All right, this is Chapter 3, Lesson 1, Integers and Absolute Value. So, blank is any number from the set, ... which is called an ellipses, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, ... where the ... means continues without end. In that blank, you're going to write integer. Blank blank are integers less than 0. They are written with a negative sign. Blank blank are integers greater than 0. They can be written with a plus sign. So in those blanks, you're going to write negative integers and positive integers. So an integer is any number from the set where that means continues without end. Negative integers are integers that are less than 0. They are written with a negative sign. Positive integers are integers greater than 0. They can be written with a plus sign. 0 is neither negative nor positive. So when you're looking at a number line, you have all the negative numbers and then all the positive numbers and then 0 is right in the center. 0 is not negative or positive. Okay. To blank an integer on the number line, draw a dot on the line at its location. In that blank, you're going to write graph. So to graph an integer on a number line, draw a dot on the line at its location. Numbers that are the same distance from 0 on a number line have the same blank blank. In those blanks, you're going to write absolute value. So numbers that are the same distance from 0 on a number line have the same absolute value. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of examples. It says write an integer for each situation. An average temperature of 5 degrees below normal. So below normal means that's going to be less than 0, so it's a negative number. So it just becomes below normal, the integer is -5. So -5, below normal, -5. Write an integer for each situation, an average rainfall of 5 inches above normal. Because it represents above normal, the integer is +5 or just 5. So with positive integers, you can put a plus sign in front of it if you're only dealing with a specific integer. Otherwise, it's just 5 or 20 or whatever the integer might be. You don't have to put the plus sign in front. Okay. Next one I have is graph the set of integers 4, -6, and 0 on a number line. So I go ahead and I find, here's my number line, okay? And then I find 4. So I start at 0 and I go to 4. And I put a dot at 4. Okay. For -6, I go to -6, put a dot at -6. And 0, I put a dot at 0. Okay. Next I have evaluate each expression. The absolute value of -4, that's what those bars mean. So the bars that are straight up and down, that's the absolute value. So you want to think about absolute value is the distance from 0. So it doesn't matter what's in those absolute value bars, it's the distance from 0. It's always a positive number. So the absolute value of -4, -4 is 4 spots away from 0. You can look at it here. Here's -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes me 4 to get to 0, so my absolute value of -4 is 4. Evaluate each expression. The absolute value of -5 minus the absolute value of 2. Well, the absolute value of -5 is 5, and the absolute value of 2 is still 2. Okay, so 5 minus 2 is 3. All right, there are a couple of try it problems out below. I want you to go ahead, pause the video, try them out, and when you're done, we'll go over the answers together. All right, now that you've had a chance to try out the try it problems, let's go over the answers together. So the first one I have is write an integer for each situation. 6 degrees above normal. So above, so if you're dealing with temperature or something like that, it's above normal. It's above where it normally is, so it's a positive. So it's plus 6 or just 6. Either of those is correct. Okay? Write an integer for each situation. 2 inches below normal, so below it's lower than 0. So it's negative 2. The next one I have, graph the set of integers negative 2, 8, negative 7 on a number line. So I go through negative 2, put it out at negative 2, at 8, put it out at 8, and negative 7. Okay? Doesn't matter which order you put them in. Okay? Next I have evaluate each expression. The absolute value of 8, well 8 is 8 spots away from 0, so the absolute value of 8 is 8. Evaluate each expression, absolute value of negative 6 minus 5, well the absolute value of negative 6 is 6, so this is 6 minus 5 equals 1. And that is the end of lesson 1.